right, let's switch the conversation up and talk about load management in the NBA, because Anthony Edwards came out strongly against load management, saying all the guys are sitting resting, just play, man. These people might have enough money to come up to one game, and that might be the game they come to, and you're sitting out. And it sparked this idea in me, and I'll say this and let y'all have the floor, but load management, I think, is informed by sports science. Sports science allows us to have athletes do some things that we've never seen them do before. It also tells us that these athletes need to recover in a way that's never been done before. As an athlete, typically what is best for me is going to be best for my teammates, best for my coaches, and best for the fans.
Yeah.
Sometimes what's best for me is not best for my coaches, teammates, or fans, and a lot of times the fans are the ones that get left out in that equation. And so if I'm a player and I understand that I'm in a league that values its postseason and everything leads to the postseason, and I'm saying that I want to be available for the most important games because as a society we've decided that regular season accolades don't matter anymore, why am I going to be inclined to play in a regular season game because some fans might miss out on me seeing it? It's a harsh reality, but sometimes when I do things in my best interest as an athlete, it doesn't benefit the fans.
Yeah.
Most of the time it does, because I'm making great plays and you get to see it and everybody's happy and we might win a championship. It's just a really interesting paradigm that I think about.
I understand it from the player's perspective. I understand it from the team perspective. You're trying to keep players healthy through the duration, including playoffs, if you happen to make it. And because of what we do for a living, I understand that aspect as well. However, I don't often go on the other side of it and necessarily think about what the fans are thinking about. However, for me, one story that I have for you guys, Allen Iverson was my favorite basketball player growing up. And we weren't season ticket holders, but one Martin Luther King Day, my dad has a day off, me and my brother have the day off from school, and my dad goes, hey, we're gonna go watch the Bulls play against Allen Iverson tonight. And you know what? He played in that game. Let's say load management was 15 years ago and I don't get to see my favorite basketball player ever play. That was the only time I ever got to watch Allen Iverson play in person. So for me, I can understand if a fan says, man, I really want to watch LeBron play. Man, I really want to watch Steph Curry play. All-time greats, Hall of Famers. And then you look up and they come to your city and it's like, nah, DMP, load management.
Yeah, that's tough.
That was something that Kobe always talked about, too, because he wanted to go out and play for the fans, fight through the injuries. He said he wanted the kids like you, they were coming to see him play, and he wanted to be able to perform for them so they could see their favorite player. But to going back to the sports science here, you know, Kevin Durant and Stan Van Gundy, they actually got in a Twitter exchange just a few weeks ago because, you know, Stan was talking about the amount of injuries that you're still seeing, regardless of the improvement with sports science. So I think that's something to say there. But, you know, Steve Kerr, a lot of the older players have come out and they're against it, the load management. They would just fight through the pain. But Steve Kerr brought up a suggestion, go from 82 to 72 games. If you shorten the amount of games in the season, maybe you won't have players sit out as much. That's something to really consider there. But, yeah, I mean, just to kind of prevent the injuries so then players don't have to take days off.